It is absolutely appalling, this such serious breach and violation to Princess Catherine's. It is sometimes one wonders what goes through the mind of people. This is breaking, guys, because this just came out. Can you imagine you go into a hospital where your medical records should be at least very much something under your control, should be sealed. This is something that you should count on not being leaked or looked up by other people that are not supposed to be looking at this, and just for money. So for those of you who haven't heard this, let's really get into this so you have an idea of what's happening right now to Princess Catherine and what is wrong with these people.
What are you suggesting? Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving bitch wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving bitch wife has always wanted her privacy!
Princess Catherine, imagine you go to a hospital. You're seriously ill. You have major surgery. Basically, your hospital should be the haven where you feel safe, that they take care of you, that they are going to make sure that you're okay, that your physical health is going to be handled, but as well as your emotional health as well. And given that Catherine is such a high profile public figure, who it's clearly she doesn't have very much privacy. One would think that medical records should be one of the things. How would you feel, beautiful people, if you went to a hospital that you're paying a lot of money for, the London Clinic, and the staff is perusing through they're illegally perusing through your medical records so they can sell it to the highest bidder? First of all, it is illegal. It's a crime. But if you look at what's happening to Princess Catherine in the past month, it is illegal and it is a crime. And it is, in my very humble opinion, has been allowed to happen for far too long. People say that the royal family or the monarchy should have interfered. Parliament should have interfered, because at the end of the day, Princess Catherine is part of the government. She is a senior working royal who is on medical leave. All of this was allowed to be, mocked, became a parody for the likes of a whore like Kim Kardashian, Blake Lively, the pillow of Hollywood, and even that idiot Christy Brinkley, who should know better. Never mind Sheryl Crow, who went through cancer. I mean, these women are absolutely heartless. These are part of the Sussex squad. These are the kinds of people that Catherine, the Princess of Wales, deals with. I will do a video, because you have no idea of the emails I get. Oh, well, maybe Meghan is autistic. Maybe Meghan has some sort of, mental disorder because of all the trauma she's gone through. I'm going to do a video about that. There's no trauma about Meghan. She causes trauma. She doesn't get any. But going back to Princess Catherine, yes, it's been found out that staff members from the London Clinic were looking at her medical records with the purpose of selling them, of leaking that information to the highest bidder. Can you imagine how anxious that makes one feel? I mean, you go to the hospital. Can you imagine somebody going through your medical records and putting them online, guys? I mean, and you're not even a public figure. I would be very upset. I would be very upset, because those are private records. So now the police is investigating. Why? I understand she's a public figure, and even God knows I've speculated about it. But then I understood that she needs her privacy. This woman has no privacy. People were saying, well, she went on the steps and after she gave birth and everything was public. Yes, because giving birth to a royal child in order to be in the line of succession must be a public thing. There should be no doubt in the minds of the public that that child belongs in the line of succession, which is why there are so many questions about Harry and Meghan's children. And I know that many of you came and sent me so many horrible emails telling me that, oh, another YouTuber said that those two children are legitimate because a legitimate birth certificate. The birth certificate has never been the issue here. It's the details surrounding those births and the fact that no doctor has come on record testifying that they delivered those children, which is what's mandatory, which was what was expected. But going back to Catherine, so I'm going to do a video about that. I don't care which YouTuber talking about what, but whoever the YouTuber is, it's an idiot. Because clearly we're way past birth certificates here. I've sent, and I've requested 7 times. I've shared the response I got from California Health Department in regards to asking for that child that Meghan Markle calls Lily. They have no record on their main computer, so they send us more info. I mean, how much more info I can send? But there's a big difference between that, because then Catherine knew that she had to do that because it's part of the course. But her private health issues should not be out there. They're not out there for the highest bidder. Can you imagine? I mean, can you imagine the mental health that they caused this lady who has given 20 years of her life to the United Kingdom and Commonwealth impeccably? I mean, you know what? I hope they make an example of those people, because that is absolutely disgusting. That shouldn't have happened. The mental anguish that caused to Catherine. I'm sure she's aware, and she's probably wondering, does this person have time to leak my medical records? Did this person have, that violates my... And I hope that whoever has those medical records, because I'm pretty sure that by the time they got them, this person has seen them. And, unfortunately, that's the kind of bell that you can't unring. So I hope we don't get to see what was wrong with her now, because that is so horrible. That is such a violation to her body, to herself. How horrible. Can you imagine? I hope the mental strength that this lady must have, or has to have, because she can't trust the London clinic. She can't trust anybody, even the medical professionals, to behave professionally when it comes to her private information. What's next? Maybe they should have taken those medical files to the palace and not leave him at the hospital. That's where we're going right now, people. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think it's right that this person did that to Princess Catherine? Do you think she managed to sell the information? Do you think that this person or people should go to jail? I mean, how horrible is this? Truly, guys, this is really pretty bad. Just put yourself in her shoes when you go, we don't know what she has. But whatever it is, she has a right to decide. It's her body. For those of you, Sussex squad, who keep talking that you're thinking you're feminist and blah, 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 and all that media, it's her body. She has a right to decide what happens to it and what information is shared. Back off.